Okay. Hello. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is going to be the ephemera show to end all ephemera shows. No, I'm kidding. I think it will be a good ephemera show, though. Let me put it to you that way. So, if you know anyone who junk journals or loves vintage paper, definitely please share the show with them or invite them to come on in or tag them down in the chat. There's definitely gonna be a lot of fun things today. Mostly, I'm gonna be doing everything kind of like by like weight. So it'll be like postcards by the pound. I've got stuff listed in the auction, but it's like postcards by the pound, and it's like books by the pound, and pages by the pound, and periodicals by the pound. So there's quite a bit of stuff there. So I'm gonna run my first givey. We're gonna do a vintage postcard for all of our giveaways today, actually. So let me start that. The first one will be this beautiful horse card here, and the postmark on the back is 1908. So beautiful postcard. Got the comes with a little stamp there as well, and it's absolutely gorgeous. There's a little bit of a defect up here at the top, but for the most part, considering it did go through the mail, it looks pretty good. So that's the first giveaway right now. Is that guy right there? If you want to take a look in the auction tab and see if there's anything you're interested in, definitely let me know because I'd be happy to show anything that anyone's interested in first, as far as like periodicals or particular books or the postcards or whatever. So just let me know that. I set the shipping so that it's 1 through 5 pounds is ground advantage, and then 5+ is ground advantage. So I believe that is the best way for everyone to get the type of thing they want. I wasn't going to do a claim show today. I was just going to do an auction show. If it works out better for us to claim, then we can absolutely do that. This is the first givey for today. So sorry, I realize these postcards are upside down. You guys probably think I have my camera upside down. No, they're right. So here are some fun postcard stacks. I got these going. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of start stuff. And if you guys have any questions about anything, like I said, everything's listed, or, a lot of categories, I should say, are listed in my auction tab. And then I do have some items in the buy it now. For example, 50 playing cards for $4. I have tons of playing cards. Most of them are vintage. I do have some contemporary ones. I will give you a mix of those when I send them to you. They have all kinds of subjects. So flowers, animals, just designs in general, like all kinds of really fun stuff. So there's a lot of really fun stuff on there. I also found this amazing wallpaper on a roll at an estate sale not too long ago. So I was going to start doing this 2 feet for $3. It's really cool. I'm guessing it's from the 70s, maybe 50s or 70s. I'm not really sure. As far as I can tell, there isn't a date on this, but it's really awesome. And it looks like it has like advertisements on it. Like it's so cool looking. So I definitely thought you guys might like that. So we can also run this. That's in the auction tab as well. There's lots of fun things for us to run today. The givey right now is for this really pretty horse postcard with a postmark on the back of 1908. So you know that is an authentically old postcard. Technically antique, I guess, is what that would qualify as. So let me go ahead and start with these bundles of postcards just because they're right in front of me. So this one is about 7 ounces, I believe. And these are all postcards from California, the state of California. Most of them are Southern California. So it's like Los Angeles, San Francisco, in kind of that area along the coast a little bit. And these are all, for the most part, pretty old. This one's postmarked 1959. Most of these have been used. This one, I can't really read the postmark on that. I see like the time on it, but I don't see a year, so I'm not really sure what that means. Here's a really pretty one of Redondo Beach. This one says 1920 on there. So there's that one. So again, it's about 6 to 7 ounces of postcards, and mostly they are from Southern California. But these are all California postcards. That's Olivera Street in downtown LA. That's Union Station in downtown LA. That's really awesome letter one. I love those big letter postcards. This one's 1953. So this is one for a business, which I thought was really cool. The businesses are in different parts of California. That's a little Northern California. And then there are some here of some celebrity stars' homes. So they do have like the pictures like Julie Garland, Clark Gable, Carol Lombard. So these are kind of cool as well. So you get the whole stack of them. And there's two books in here too. There's this one, and then there's also this one here, the movie homes, stars movie homes postcards, and it's a book of them. And those have obviously never been sent or removed from the book, so that's really cool. So I'll go ahead and run this one. I think I have this one starting at $3. Let me see. Here we go. Yep, starting at $3. And again, it's about seven, I believe it's like 7 ounces of postcards, all California postcards. So, and mostly Southern California, but postcards from California. So some really pretty ones here. The Givey, which you guys have about 30 seconds to get into, is this beautiful card right here. This is postmarked 1908. So it is a really cool one. All right, awesome. Thank you guys for looking at those. I'm also going to show you these ones. These are actually postcards all from Germany and foreign countries, mostly Germany. I have a few others that kind of thrown in here. I was trying to group things together. So these are mostly from Germany. A lot of them were not endorsed, but they are these beautiful postcards, and they do have like the area down here where they're from. Thank you, Vicky. Congratulations on the Givey. So again, these are some beautiful older postcards. Thank you. And they've just really some, like I said, some of them are endorsed, some are not. This one it looks like has been endorsed. Unfortunately, that someone took the stamp off, and I don't know what the I don't know what the postmark was, but these are all Germany, and then there's a few Canada at the end. Hi, back to good. This one is 1907, maybe. If I'm reading that right, it looks like it says 27/11/07, so that'd be 1907 for that one. So these are some really beautiful German postcards here. Just got a whole nice little set of them. These ones are, there's a little bit more in this stack than there were in the last stack. I think it's closer to like 8 ounces. So I loved when they used to write on the front of the postcards, because they technically weren't supposed to write on the back. It was just for the address. So that's like one of my favorite things. Kind of like from the olden days, so to speak. So we got these guys. This is a Chicago one. This is from the Chicago, or no, sorry, this is Czechoslovakia. Sorry, I meant there's another one that's Chicago. Oh, actually, no, I'm wrong. This is from 1933. This is from the Chicago World's Fair. It was the Czechoslovakian building at the Chicago World's Fair. So that's from 1933. That one has not been postmarked. We have this one here. These ones are also just unendorsed. That looks like maybe from Greece or Rome. They've got some columns there. And then this one is from Toronto. So this is a souvenir book of postcards from Toronto. And then we've got some bigger ones here. These ones are probably a little bit more modern, just because of the size and the way that they were printed. And then there's a few here that are from, looks like a museum. It's like museum postcards with some images from the war. And then there's some more here. So I'll do this set of postcards as well. And all these stacks are going to run starting at $3. So I'll start this one as well. We'll do these for 10 seconds. So this stack of Germany postcards is running for $3 in case anyone's interested. I love the old color on postcards. That's one of the reasons why I have so many. I just love how they're colored and how they look. I think they're so cool looking. Okay, let me see. So we can move on from postcards unless anyone's. I have Florida and New York as well. I also have this stack of over a pound. Actually, it's about a pound of commercial postcards, or kind of just fun postcards. So these are some of these. These are ones new in package from IKEA. Actually, they make these really cool postcard prints, so you can see like what they're. There's 2 of these in here. One of them says "You are more than enough," and the other one says "You are capable, loved, and admired." And then they have kind of these cool like images of people. And then there's this one that has some love and cool like neon and stuff on them. But then there's also a whole bunch of like arty type postcards, as well as like funny postcards. So there's like these fantastic friend ones, which are really neat. And I think these are from like, I want to say these are 1984. These are from 1984. So there's it looks like there was a whole set of them. I got these as part of a like postcard lot I got, and I saved some, but some of these ones I just haven't saved. So these are kind of fun and unique, a little different. um, and then there's some like, this is one from Vale. This is another like art postcard. And then these postcards are art postcards from like an exhibit. So these are all from an exhibit at Victoria and Albert Museum. And so there's a ton of them in here, and they're like tapestries and paintings and pictures of tapestries and clothing. So it was a very large exhibit. So you can see here, some of these postcards are beautiful with the coloring, and obviously the art in them is gorgeous. So if you know someone who's really into like sewing or embroidery, they might really dig those. And then I also have some of these really cool postcards from, I think I got these at Hobby Lobby like forever ago, but they're like these neon sign kind of like typography postcards. And I just picked up a bunch of them when they were on sale. So I threw those in there as well. There's also this one of like windows, which is cool. And then this one I think is Florida. No, this is in Madrid. Sorry, Madrid. Um, this one I think is Norway. That one is somewhere in Germany, I think. Germany. So these are some of the foreign ones, but they were like the bigger ones, like normal ones. This is the Berlin Wall coming down. So this is a pile of kind of these like a little bit bigger postcards, a little bit more modern postcards. And it's about a pound of them. So I'm gonna go ahead and run this one as well, just in case anyone's interested. And hold on one sec. All these lots are running for $3. So I just need to adjust that. Okay, there we go. And I'm gonna run this one for 10 seconds. Okay, here we go. Oops. Okay. So those are running right now. So you get all these really fun. These are really great, especially for junk journaling. If you're not interested in collecting postcards, these are awesome as the front of you can use them as pockets, like the front of pockets in your journal. But I also like to use them as the front of tags because they're pretty much the right size for tags. So you can just kind of cut them down. All right, so there's those. All right, we can move on to other things. Let me just move these out of the way so they don't get totally, my piles don't get destroyed here in case someone comes in and wants some. All righty. All right. First thing I have here, this is a book of ephemera, varied ephemera. And just see how much it weighs. Okay, this is about 2 pounds total. And this book is full of different types of ephemera. So I have this in here. I have like, this is a Cincinnati, like a invoice. It's from 1922. Got some book pages here that are like illustrated ones. There's also some dictionary pages back there. Here is some sheet music. Here's a beautiful image of some flowers. Here's another beautiful image. I think that came from a calendar. This is an older picture. The farm journal cover back there. Again, just some beautiful images here. These are kind of out of magazines from different time frames. Here's some more illustrations. These are from a more modern book, the Dictionary of Difficult Words. I kept some of these because I thought they were really cool. I like the illustrations. There's a bunch in here. There's like, I don't know, probably at least 5 or 6 pages in there. This is some pages from a yearbook. These are some pages, I think, from a science book, like an astronomy book. And then these are some die cuts that were taken out of different magazines and someone put them in a scrapbook. Some of them I soaked off and some of them are still on the original backing paper. This is a beautiful little from 1930, like a little booklet. There's also some die cuts back here. These are from, let me see. I think these are from England. Sorry, England. So there's butterflies on one side and those die cuts on the other. There is also some label back here. Hold on one sec. Let me just get this in there. Oh, okay. Here's some labels. Here's some more of the die cuts from like magazines that people cut out. This is a beautiful image from, I believe, a magazine is from 1905. The date is down here. And then there's a whole bunch more of just pages like that are kind of stuck in here. There are some like art plates in here and just a whole bunch of fun things to find. I'm also going to send you the book itself. So this one's almost full. There's a few pages left. But this is I like having these books to organize my ephemera in. So this one is 1 to 2 pounds. So I'm going to go ahead and start this one for $5. And we're going to call this Pages by the Pound. No, I'm going to start it for $3. Sorry. Pages by the Pound. And start the auction on that for 10 seconds. So this is running right now with all of those beautiful pages in it, all these awesome drawings and kind of like fun just pieces of ephemera. It's a good starter kit for ephemera. All right. Thank you guys for looking at that. I appreciate it. Okay. I did show this right at the beginning of the show. So I do also have this vintage wallpaper roll I found at an estate sale. And I like this one the best. She had quite a few of them, but I like this one the best because one, it looked the oldest, and two, it had these like illustrations on it, which I thought were really cool. So I'm gonna run this for 2 feet for $3. So I'll send you 2 feet of it. It can. Let me see if it can fold. Hold on one second. It rolls, but let me see if it folds without cracking. I'm not sure if it will or not because it's definitely older. It doesn't have a date on it, which is kind of a bummer. Yeah, you can fold it without it cracking. You might need to reinforce it if you were to sew it into a book. Um, but I think you could fold it without it cracking. So you definitely could use it for a whole bunch of things. It does have that feel on the back of like glue, you know. You can feel that it needs to be wet in order for the glue to stick. So I'm gonna go ahead and run this. I'm gonna run 2 feet for $2, and I can or $3. And I can run this obviously many times because I have a giant roll of it. So let me go ahead and start the action on that for 10 seconds. So this is running right now, and I will cut the 2 feet for you once the show's over and send it to you. Hold on one sec. Okay. All right, no problem. Thank you guys for looking at that. I appreciate it. You want to go outside? You want to go outside? Hold on one sec, you guys. I'm just gonna let my dog go outside. Hold on one second. That's not good. Okay. Okay, baby. All right, I'm gonna pull together some periodicals and then we can kind of take a look at these and decide how we want to go. I'm doing them by the pound again. So, oops, hold on one sec. Let me just reset that. Okay. So I'm just gonna start weighing them and then I'll let you guys know once I get, okay, so we're at like 14 ounces. We get a few more. Let me see. Yikes. Ugh. Sorry, you guys, I'm having an avalanche. Hold on one second. Okay, there. Okay. Oh, do this. Right. Okay, this is about a pound. So in this lot, you will get this really cool TV Adventures coloring book. I think it's not colored in, but let me double check. It's oversized and it's very cool looking. Let me see if it has a date in it. I don't think so. It was from Ohio. Oh, this is from Lou Gardens. That's in Florida. Or not Lou Gardens, sorry, it's from oh no, is it? I can't remember. It looks like this is for Florida. So there's like a lot of Florida scenes in it and fun things like that. So it's not colored in. So you would get this oversized book, TV Adventures in Coloring. I don't see a date on that. So you get that one. You'll get this 1950 highlights for children. So this one does have some wear, obviously, on the edge and then also down here at the bottom, especially. But it is intact still, and it has all of the pages and everything. 1950. It's got some really fun, mostly it's just stories. There are a couple games in here, but it's not kind of like what I remember highlights from when I was a kid. And it was more like, find the thing in the image. It's not really that, it's more stories in here. And like poems and stuff, brain teasers. Looks like the little one did start working on the brain teaser right there. So there is that from the 1950s. So you get that. You also get this highlights from 1949. This one has some writing here on the front. And then again, this one's a little thicker. This one has a cool thing here about a different country. Again, some more like poems and stuff, which is cool. This one does have some more coloring in it. Looks like the kid maybe decided he wanted to color. So there are some fun things in here. There's got some cool Valentine's Day stuff here in the back. Valentine's Day party. That's kind of cool. You'll get this Good Old Days from 1973. So this has a whole bunch of really cool advertisements in it. And then it also has some really fun things in here about Christmas and stories about the five and dime and that kind of stuff. This one's in really good condition. You'll get this songs that people sing. So this is a songbook. It's got tons of kind of famous songs in it, I would say. I don't know the exact date on this. It's kind of hard to tell because the date they put in here is for like each of the songs. It's not for the actual book, like when they were published together. So each of the songs has a date, but that's kind of like their date. So, but I'm guessing based on just how it looks, it probably is a little older. But this has a ton of really fun stuff. It is coming apart and there obviously is wear on the edges here. So just keep that in mind. There are also some notations throughout. So there might be some pencil marks in there from someone who was singing with it. And then I have this Life magazine from June 6th, 1969. This would be before they landed on the moon. So this is a story about things they were doing before they actually got there. And so this has some really beautiful imagery from space. There's some great images throughout here. This one's a little thin for a Life magazine, so I find that interesting. But it does have some cool images. It does obviously have an issue here. There was obviously a sticker or something on there. So this is a pound of ephemera, and it's all of these. It's these pound of periodicals. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that you get starting for $5. So I'm going to go ahead and run this one. So periodicals by the pound, start the auction on that for 10 seconds, and it's running right now. And this coloring book is not colored in. So if you weren't here earlier, it's not colored in. This highlights does have some coloring in it and writing, but for the most part, all right, cool. Thank you guys for looking at that. Let's see if these will fit in here. I'm gonna put them in here. If there's anything else you would rather see, you guys, just feel free to look in the auction tab. Like the categories are kind of listed in there. There's periodicals, there's book pages, there are books, there are some like postcards. So there's quite a bit of, a few things. So my goal is to get things out the door kind of in lots. So I'm gonna try to do them in like larger lots together, kind of, so to speak. So let's see what else we have here. Hold on one second. Just making sure my dog isn't back yet. He wants to go out and then he doesn't want to go out. So you know how it is. All right, awesome. All right, I do have a few books here that we can go ahead and do a lot by the pound. So let me see. That's already a pound. Let me see if I can add one more. Let's see if we can add this one. Okay, so this is a little over a pound. I actually have it on 1 to 2 pounds. So you know what? Let's just do another one. Let's get our money's worth. Okay, so this is 1 pound, 13 ounces. So once I add a box or a bag to it, that's what it'll come out to be. So this is going to be books by the pound. So a lot of these are kids' books, but I do have other books as well. This one is a nursery rhyme illustrated book. This is from 1977. I just like the way that this was illustrated, so that's why I picked it up. It's got some beautiful illustrations on the inside. I do like these like little vignette scenes, so I thought those would be fun to cut out and put on a tag or on the bottom of a page or something. Thought those would be really nice. It does have some wear here on the is it on the yeah, on the, oh no, wait, that's the price tag. This price tag probably will rip something off, so I'm trying not to remove it. um no, I guess the cover is good. I thought there was a rip on the spine, but there isn't one. So you'll get that book. You'll get this Three Little Pigs book. This is a pre-Disney Three Little Pigs, or at least this is, not that Three Little Pigs. So it's 1960. This is a Whitman book. It does have some writing here in the front. I think this was from a teacher's estate sale that I went to. It's pretty good shape. It looks like maybe a little bit of warping here on the cover. Might be some water damage. It smells a little bit, but it smells more like old. It doesn't smell like mold. If you know what I mean. So here are the images in that one. This one otherwise is in pretty good shape. The spine is intact. It's really nice, 1960. This one's really cute. It's called the Romper Room Book of Happy Animals. This one is a Wonder Book from 1957. Again, in really good shape for 1957. And again, it does have the teacher's name in it here, but it does have some beautiful images here of animals. Really, really cute stuff here. Then there's this one, which is the Teddy Bear Christmas Carol. I don't have, the stickers did not come with this. I got it in an estate sale or at a Goodwill or something. So the stickers are not in here, but it has some really cute pages of these teddy bears getting ready for Christmas. It's so adorable. I love this image at the end. So really cute. This one's also in very good shape. This is a corduroy book. So obviously, if you guys know who Corduroy is, he lost his button. This is from 1968. It was first published in 1968. I don't think this is the first edition, but obviously it's from the year it was first published. Book is in excellent condition. The pages are wonderful. There's no rips or tears. There's no writing in it at all. And the cover itself is also in very good condition. I thought this looked really cute and nice. So that's also part of your bundle. You'll get this Mother Goose book, which obviously has some issues here on the cover, but and it is, and the inside did come out. So obviously I'll send it all together, but it did have it's had some moments here. It does have the writing in the front here of the name of the person, but the pages themselves are in very good shape. And this has a whole bunch of Mother Goose rhymes in it. So Jack and Jill, Rub a Dub Dub, Three Men in a Tub, Hickory Dickory Dock, Hey Diddle Diddle, and all kinds of stuff like that. So this one has quite a few pictures in it there, or stories. There's that one. And then also you'll get this Little Red Riding Hood book, which is a golden telltale book. This is from 1964. And this one does have a little bit of writing here on the front. It looks like crayon or pencil, so you might be able to get that off with something. I haven't tried just because I didn't want to, hurt it. But this has a really nice, some really cool illustrations in it. And also considering the age of it, it is in very good shape and the spine is very nice. So this has some really great stuff. This obviously was it was donated somewhere or it was put into a place where books could be maybe like a library or something. So it has that stamp in the back, but otherwise really nice. Really nice for, considering the age and everything. So this is a pound of books by the pound. And these are the ones you will get. You'll get, let's see, I think that's 7, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, 7 books there. It's a little over a pound. It's about a pound and 13 ounces because the weight I had to set at 1 to 2 pounds. So we're going to start these for $5. You'll get all 7 for 5. I am going to have a book show specifically on Friday. So if you're interested in more books, especially kids' books, please come and see me. I'm going to have tons of books on Friday. We might do a shop my shelves. I'm not totally sure yet. Thank you, Shijo. I appreciate you. Glad you liked these ones. I thought they were really cute. I have a soft spot for kids' books, so I can't resist them when I see them. All right. Awesome. Thank you, Shijo. I'm going to go ahead and get these started for you in the bag. We don't lose them. Okay. And let me get my marker out so that I can mark this. Oh, there it is. I see it. I know, right? I have such a soft spot for them. I have so many little golden books. I have so many kids books. I love the Walt Whitman books. I love those. I love the size of them. I have some more kids books here and some little golden ones too. So I'll do some more books just because they're right in front of me as well. And then, we can move on to something else if folks are interested. But we'll do another set here of books. Let's see where we at. 1-3, 111. 114. Okay, so we're at about 115 for this pile. So 1 pound, 15 ounces. Sorry. So here we have a Frosty. This is a little golden book, obviously. This one does have a little bit of writing in it. It was gifted in 1983. So the actual pub date for this was 1981. So, and this book is in really good shape considering. I feel like it's got some good, it doesn't really have any rips, tears in it. And it also, obviously the cover does have some wear on it, but that's pretty much par for the course for these types of books. So to me, it looks like just the right amount of lived in to me. So there's that one. This book I found it at a thrift store, and I absolutely love it. I'm not a huge cat person, but I thought this book was so cute. So it's just kind of this. It's kind of like a few colors. Like it's not full color. It kind of is like monotone or like 3 colors, I guess. And it's called Sam Bangs and Moonshine. And it's just got these really pretty illustrations in it. This book was published in 1966, and it kind of just shows the story of this cat who lives in a small village, and it looks like there's a lot of fishing there. I don't know. I just liked the way this book looked. I liked the fact that the pages were kind of muted. I thought that was really fun. Um, it's just got some really cool. I love this image of these dragons and everything on this page. So obviously it's about some kids with some imagination, and I don't know. I just really liked how it kind of all came together. So if you're into the sea or anything seaside, I think this is also really great for that. It does have a lighthouse in it. So yeah, so you'll get that one. There's also this Bugs Bunny and Friends book. This one is from 1980. It's a Warner Brothers book. So there's Bugs Bunny, Petunia Pig, and Porky Pig here. And this one's also in pretty good shape considering it is a soft cover. I don't see any rips or tears. I don't see a name written in it. And so there is a little bit of wear here on the page, but overall, good shape. This is really cute. I love this book. I had a hard time letting this one go, but this one is so cute. It's a telltale book by Whitman, and it is my book of pets. Does have some writing here. This is from LXX2, so that's 50, 60, 72, 1972. So this one just has some really cute images. They're labeled because obviously this is for, for kids learning different animals. So it's really about the pictures here, all the different doggies. We've got birds and pigeons, the ducks and the squirrel or the turtle, birds. Got the turkey, cow. So some really, really cute images. Again, there isn't any writing in the actual book itself, just on this first cover page there. And the images here are just darling. So I just love that. So the spine is definitely suffering a little bit there. So keep that in mind. This is actually not a book. It's actually a record, but I just love the cover of it so much. It does have the record in it. And I just thought I'd throw this in. So, but I love these covers, the sleeves. So I thought I would just throw this one in just because it's kind of cool. This one is, do I have a date? Don't see a date. I would guess 60s based on the way it looks, but I can't promise. Yeah, I don't see a date on this one. So that's included as well. It's also, I think, like from Little Golden Books. So it's like the same publishers as Little Golden Books. So there's that one. Then I have this book, which I thought was really cool. I found this at an estate sale. It's called My First Book of Holidays, and it kind of goes through different holidays we celebrate in the United States. And it has some cool images and like traditions in it, and it kind of just talks about them. So I like this one. I also like this one too. The fact that there's only like 3 colors, I thought that was neat, especially if you're making a junk journal and you don't want to have a ton of. If you're doing something more vintage, you might not want to have a ton of color in it. You might be looking for things a little bit more muted or subdued. This book is from 1955. And again, it's in really good shape considering it does have a dust jacket, which is a little worse for wear. But this is what the cover looks like without the dust jacket. And the without the dust jacket, it's in excellent shape. And it does have some stamps here and a little bit of writing right there in the book. But otherwise, the pages are clean in this book. And then the last one you'll get is this Robin Hood Adventures. This is a Rand McNally. And this one is 1955. Again, it does have a name here in the beginning, but otherwise pretty clean pages for the most part. Obviously, this is based on a specific movie of Robin Hood because it's starring this particular actor. So that's who it's based on. And there is some writing here on the last page as well, but otherwise the pages are all clean. There are no rips or tears in this one. So you'll get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 because there's a 7 actually. You will get 7 in this one. A few bigger and heavier books in this lot. So I'm going to run these for $5 as well. And oh, did I forget to do multiples of that? I probably did. Oh well, Megan, that was stupid. Okay, hold on one sec. Alrighty. Sorry, I forgot to do multiple listings for my books by the pound. Hold on one sec, actually. Mhm. Like I said, I am going to have a book show on Friday. So if you're interested in more books, I only pulled a few for today just because I had them kind of nearby. So, but I have so many more. Okay. Alrighty. 1 to 2 pounds. All right. So we're going to start this for $5. And we're going to run this one right now for 10 seconds. And it's running right now. So you get these 7 books I just showed you, or I should say 7 books in the record, 6 books in the record, I guess. But that's what is in this lot. Thank you, Shijo. I appreciate you. I did list these as books, so technically they should be giving us media mail, hopefully, whatnot is. Thank you, Shijo. I appreciate you. Oh, and you got a coupon too, so make sure you check out the rewards up in the top there where the crown is. So you can use your coupon if you want on your next purchase. Okay, let's see. Gonna show a couple periodical. These aren't really periodicals, but that's kind of what I call them. These are a little heavy. They're over a pound. So these are really cool. I don't know if you guys have seen these or not before, but basically before there was what do you call it? Clip art. This was kind of clip art before there was clip art. So these are non-copyrighted graphics, or rights free, I guess. And they are literally clip art. So different designers and newspapers would use these types of designs, and they would clip them out and use them in their newspapers or in their ads, just by cutting everything together and then obviously making a copy of it, so it was all one thing. So this one is for headlines. And so you have all these different sayings and like typefaces throughout. So it's kind of, what the printing press was after the printing press, I guess. So there's all kinds of cool things in here. There's like holidays listed because obviously that was when there were a lot of sales happening. There's some big ones back here that are like blocks of text, and then just all kinds of typography. So I love typography, which is why I pick these up whenever I see them. And I have found them, pretty regularly actually, which is great. But they're so fun. And so cool. So you could obviously copy these and then use the ones you copied. You could scan them and put them into, your computer and use them for digitals, or, obviously you could just use them out of the book. Then there's also this one, which was Starburst. So you would use this to go around something like a price or a date. This one has a few that were used in here, so they were cut out. But you can see here they kind of look like, price tags in a store maybe. Or you could use them obviously to just highlight something. But these are all really cool. They get bigger and smaller, and the lines are thicker and not thick, and all kinds of stuff throughout. So there's quite a few different types in here. Kind of looks like comic book, language, like POW and stuff when they're fighting in a comic book. Kind of what it reminds me of. There's stars back here as well. So just stars and some with shadow, stuff like that. So there's that one. And then this one is called news announcements. And again, this just is more typography with different words. So this one basically is for new and news. So new things and news. So it's got all kinds of stuff, announcing and new, introducing. This one with like the new in a block, which is really cool. Again, just a ton of different typefaces and ways to say it. You got that one, different sizes of things, some that are ornate, some that are really like normal looking, so to speak. These were published in, I don't know, actually, there may not be a date in these. Let me see. I can't remember if I've ever found one. Oh, 1981. So yeah, these have a very 80s aesthetic to me. So I think these are really helpful if you are a junk journaler. There's a lot of different things you could do with them. This one is 86. This one is 81. And then let me see what the headlines one is. This one is 79. So 79, 81, and 86. So I'm going to do all three of these. They are over a pound. And we're going to do this as part of our book lot. So I'm going to go ahead and run these as books by the pound, starting at $5 for these. And again, I would scan these personally, so you can use them as many times as you want. Or obviously, you could also just copy them and do what you want with them. I think that they're great to just keep reusing. I think they're really cool. So awesome! Thank you, Shijo. I appreciate it. I think those are so fun. I've had many different versions of these, and I really like them. So they're a lot of fun. Okay. Alrighty, let's see what else we got here. This is kind of a one-off because I don't have any more of these today, but I do have this puzzle, which is really cool. It does come with its vintage box, but it also does come with its pieces. And these are nice size puzzle pieces. I do also have in my buy it now, I have large puzzle pieces. So the ones that are like, bigger, like three, I don't know, like two, I don't know. Well, let's see. I guess they're like three 3 inches? No, they're probably more like 4 or 5 inches across. They're like floor puzzle size pieces. So I have those in my buy it now, 5 pieces for $3, I think, if anyone's interested. Some people like to decorate them or use them as covers on journals. But these pieces are kind of cool. They're also really wonky, which is kind of fun. We don't really see puzzle pieces this wonky anymore. So I thought I'd just show this real quick because it's just something I've had, and it's really cute. I love the box. I was really attracted to the box when I first saw it. It's just really adorable. I cannot find a date on this either. It was made in New York on Fifth Avenue, but I've never been able to find a date on this. So I just thought it was really cute. So I'm going to run this under, let me see. It's not a pound. So let's just do a quick listing, and we will do Royal Kitties puzzle. And and it's 6 ounces. So we'll do 4 to 7. And we'll run that right now for 10 seconds. Let me run it for 10. There you go. So this is the puzzle that's running right now. It does, I believe it has all its pieces. I don't know for sure that all of its pieces are in here, but I would imagine. There are some really cute ones too. If you were doing a journal for like a doctor or for like medical stuff, that would be really cute to put on it. But they're just really cute puzzle. Thank you, Shijo. Alrighty. Awesome. Welcome in, everybody. If you see anything in the auction tab that you'd like to look at, just let me know and I'll pull it. Happy to do that. Okay. I'm gonna do a few periodicals that I have here in front of me. So let me pull those out real fast. Let's see, this will go with that. And then let me see here. Hold on one second. Okay. Sorry, 1 second. I'm trying to do this without knocking all of my piles over. So I have quite a few piles of things. Hold on 1 sec. Okay. Okay. All right. So here are some periodicals. Oh, fun. Yeah, that's so fun to do. I love making charms in general, but adding cool things to them is like one of my favorite things. Like finding random things to put on them is like one of my favorite things to do. So this lot is this can be periodicals by the pound. This is about a pound and 11 ounces. So we have first, this one is a little bent down here in the corner. It just needs to be straightened. It's not actually creased, it's just a little wonky. So this is a quilt book here, and it does come with some cool pictures in it of the different quilts and what they look like, but it does have like the patterns in there. I like the fact that each of these had a cool color to it when I picked it up. I thought that was really neat. And it does have a few pictures in the front as well, and then it also does show you some stitches. This is copyrighted 1974, so it's called Nifty 50 Quilts, so there's 50 quilts in there. Then there's also this one called Museum Quilts, which I thought was really fun. And this one also has like the 2 color in it, which I thought was cool. And so it does show you like some patterns and things like that. And it tells you a little bit about the quilts, which is really cool. These are great if you're doing a sewing book, or even if you just like I like to get these because I like the designs of the quilts. So that's kind of why I get them. Then I had this little parchment paper plus, which is basically just a set of 20 pages of natural parchment paper. So this came, I think these are actually, yeah, these are oversized pages. It's probably not 20 anymore. I did get this at an estate sale, so there's probably more like 5 or 6 in here. But it comes in this cool little folder, and so you can use them for whatever your heart desires. I don't see a date on that either, but there's that. Then I have this really cool vocal score from a show called The Fortune Teller, and this also has the libretto in it, so it has the script as well in between all the songs. It looks like it's pretty much in order. So I love using sheet music in junk journals. I love using it as like something to add to a tag. I love using it as the background to a page. So personally, I just love everything about this. So this has a copyright of. Let me see if I have a copyright in here. Says it was first published in 1909, like the show itself, the libretto and the score. It does have some marks in it, so someone obviously used this because they were in the show. And it's got some names and stuff in it. And there are some notations on some of the songs. Um, yeah, but I'm not seeing an actual date here unless this is the date, but I don't think that could be the date. So yeah, I don't see an actual date in this for when it was published. The cover is a little worse for wear here, so just keep that in mind. But it's really cool. So we got that. And then I have a couple actual periodicals here. This is a home arts needlecraft from 1929. Or sorry, 1939, excuse me. I love this cover. It's the main reason why I purchased it. I have scanned her, so I have her now forever and ever. But I just absolutely love everything about these periodicals. I love all of the images. This is all needlepoint, so there's quite a bit of like kind of like ideas and things you can do with needlepoint in your house. And it's also a homemaker magazine, so there's things about like recipes and stuff like that. And there are some really cool, obviously, illustrations in here and ads, which is fun. It's a pretty thin periodical, but it's so cool. Here's some art stuff you can get. So it's very neat. I really like it. Here's what the back looks like. And then I also had this. This is a music magazine called The Etude. This is from August 1935. This is Handel on the front here. And this one basically has music in it. And then it kind of talks about different things happening in music or talks about older composers and things like that. So it's kind of just a whole periodical about music in general. It's called Etude. So this is an absolutely gorgeous publication. I love these. I think they're so cool. Um, and yeah, kind of just, if you're a music person or a music nerd, you definitely, if you know anyone who's going to music school in the fall, who's going to be a vocalist or play an instrument in orchestra, they might really enjoy this. I didn't know this was a thing until I found them on Whatnot, so I think they're really neat. So yeah, and this also does have ads in it. Has ads in it for like dealers of musical instruments, and then I think it also might have some like singing voices or like music lesson ads as well, but it's really cool. And it's an oversized, obviously, publication. So this will be periodicals by the pound. It is 1 pound and 10 ounces. And this are the ones that you will get. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. So I'm going to go ahead and run these for $5. You'll get all 6. Excuse me. Oh, I'm so sorry. Excuse me. Okay. There we go. So those are running right now in case anyone's interested in those 6. You just get my dog from outside. Hey, Norman, come on. Good boy. Good job, Bubba. Good job. Go get some water, okay? Go get some water. Yeah, go get some water. Drink some water. It's hot out there. All right, awesome. Thank you guys for looking at those. I appreciate it. Let me see here. I also have this. I'm going to show this to you guys. I have this brand new. I don't think this has even been opened ever. It's a Yahtzee. It's a set of Yahtzee scorecards. There's 80 Yahtzee scorecards in here, which I thought was cool. This is from. Well, there's not going to be a date. Oh wait, there's a date. Hold on. 1982. 1982. It does have it in there. You can hear it rattling around, but it has never been opened, so I'm not going to open it myself. It's about 6 ounces, so we'll do 4 to 7. So I thought someone might like these. I like to rip the scorecards off and use them as inserts in journals, or use them as like the back of tags and stuff. Like that's how I use them. So I thought someone else might be interested in something like that. So let me go ahead. And I like the older ones because they do look a little bit older. Obviously, the scorecards don't look like this anymore. So to me, it does have a little bit more of like a vintagey look. And they do come on like a pad from what I can recall. So okay, there we go. And it is 6 ounces, I said, so 4 to 7. Okay, we'll go ahead and pin that and we'll start that right now for 10 seconds. So that's what's running right now is this cool vintage Yahtzee score pad, which I think that was cool. I love game stuff too. I like to buy old vintage games and I like to use everything in them, the board, the cover, the pieces, the all the kinds of stuff to use with them. Thank you, Shijo. I saw that someone had put a reminder on the on the wallpaper. So I'm just going to pin it at the bottom and then see if anyone is in the room that's interested. This is the vintage wallpaper. I showed it a little earlier. I found this roll at a estate sale at a very older home in Orlando. It's where I live, is in near Orlando. And this lady had, I can't even explain to you the amount of vintage paper in this woman's house. It was wild. They had to have 2 weekends of 4-day sales at this location just to get through all of the stuff. It was unbelievable. And this is the wallpaper. So I picked this one out because I felt like it was the most vintagey looking. And I also felt like it was the most useful for a junk journal. So I like the fact that it had writing on it. I like the fact that it has like the different, like typeface on it. And then also I liked the images that were on it. So basically what I'm doing is I'm running 2 feet for $3. So I will cut you 2 feet of this and send it to you. You can bend it. I did try bending it earlier to see what would happen, and it did not rip or break when you bent it. So I think it's okay to bend. If you were to sew it into a book, I probably would reinforce the fold with like a little bit of washi tape or something just to give it a little extra oomph. But it does definitely have like that feel on the back of like there's glue on here, you know. So if you wet it, it will get sticky. So you can definitely tell it is wallpaper. It's not wrapping paper. It's wallpaper for sure. So I will go ahead and run this, and if anyone's interested, I will cut the 2 feet for you after the show's over and send it to you. I will try to send it rolled up. I will try my best not to send it like folded into, I mean, it will not be folded into the tiniest piece known to man. It might get folded into like fourths, just so that I can get it to you the easiest way possible. I don't have tubes to send it in, so I kind of have to be a little bit more, what's the word? Like, oh, hi, welcome in everybody. Thank you so much, sweet stuff. Sweet life stuff? Is that what it said? Sweet life stuff? Let me see. All right. Yeah, Sweet Life Stuff. Thank you so much. Everyone, please go follow Sweet Life Stuff. She brought us a lovely raid of people, and I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. I'm doing an ephemera show today, and I'm trying to get my ephemera out at low prices. So let me go ahead and run a givey as a thank you for the raid. I'm going to do a vintage postcard. Let me find the ones I had set aside for my reads. Hold on. Oh, here they are. Okay. I'm going to do this one next. This is I love this one. It says, can we arrange a meeting? Which I think is hilarious. It's a non-divided. So that means it's before, I believe, 1908 or 1910. So that's going to be the givey for right now. So I'm going to go ahead and run that as a givey. Just need to follow me in order to be eligible. So thank you guys. I know, I think this is so funny. And the fact that it's undivided and it's never been used is also amazing. So that's the givey that's running right now. I was just going to run, and I was explaining to people that at an estate sale earlier this spring, I found this roll of vintage wrapping paper, or no, sorry, vintage wallpaper at a house. And I was going to run this for 2 feet for $3. I love how this looks. The paper can be folded without breaking, which is awesome. So I was going to run this right now. So 2 feet for $3. I will send it to you. I can't roll it because I don't have tubes to send it in, but I will try to fold it as little as possible to send it to you. So hopefully the creases will not be too bad. So let me go ahead and run that right now. I have plenty of it, obviously. So if you do want some, please don't bid each other up. You don't need to. I have so much of it, obviously, on this giant roll. So yeah, thank you, Shijo. I appreciate you. Welcome in, you guys. I also have books. If you take a look in the auction tab, you'll see the different kind of categories things I have for today. I have books for today. I also have postcards. I have book pages, just piles of book pages, and just kind of all kinds of pieces of ephemera like that. So definitely, if you're interested, let me know in any of those things. I'm happy to show them. Thank you, Shijo. Let me go ahead and run it again in case anyone is still interested. I'm just going to write down that Shijo is getting some, so I make sure to cut that for you after the show is over. It is running right now in case anyone else would like to get some. I also have some vintage greeting cards today, which I can run. I didn't put those in the thing, but I can run those. I forgot to make a listing for them. Okay, where is my? Okay. All right. Awesome. Thank you guys so much. It is really cool. It's actually a lot of New York stuff, which I didn't really notice until right now. So like Saratoga and Troy, like these are all kind of like mid New York near Albany a little bit, which is kind of where I'm from, New York State. So that's kind of cool. So, and obviously that's where the racetrack is. So that's why there's all the horses and stuff on it. So I also have this giant stack here of raffle tickets, which I was going to run. these are new. These are not vintage in any way, shape, or form. But I did find them somewhere, and I do love throwing tickets on things when I'm doing junk journaling stuff. So I thought that I would just run this stack of them. Let me see how much they weigh. Hold on. I'm sure they're just like 2 ounces or something, but yeah, 1.5. So I'm just gonna run these really fast for like $2. And again, they're not vintage. Just want to make sure that that's clear. I just found them. I think I got them at a Goodwill or something. And I got them for me because I really needed some more ticket type things like this. And I obviously don't need all of them. So I'm going to share the wealth here and run this right now. So these are running right now in case anyone's interested. You could always cut around them too if you wanted to get that real ticket shape kind of going. I think that that would be cool. And they do also have some like lines and stuff on the back. So I'm going to dye mine with coffee and tea to make them a little bit older looking. Thanks, Shijo. I appreciate you. Okay, let me go ahead and show this again real quick since we have a few more new people. I did run the wallpaper. I can run it again. Van Mills for sure. Let me run it for you. Okay, the wallpaper is running again. So it's running 2 feet for $3, and I will cut it for you after the show for sure. Thank you so much. I know, right? That's the thing. It's like I don't need that giant roll of tickets. Like, please, I always go to see them like at I forget where they have them, like Staples or whatever, and I'm like, I'm not. They're like awesome, but I'm like, I don't need that many. Like, what am I gonna do with them? Thank you so much, Van Mill. I appreciate it. This is one of the first items I showed. This is about 2 pounds of ephemera. So let me just show it to you really fast in case people are new and just walked in. So you will get the book full of the ephemera. And then basically this is just a lot of like most of it's vintage, some contemporary, and it's just kind of random bits of ephemera that I've collected that fit inside these page protectors. So that's what qualifies it to go in this book. It fits in the page protectors. So this is a invoice from 1922. That's the date. Sorry, let me well, let me just flip you over real quick. There you go. Okay, here we go. All right. So sorry, I know I was going to put glare. So this is from 1922. That's the date right there. So that's a vintage invoice. There's also some really pretty vintage pages. This is from a kid's book. And then there is some dictionary pages here behind. There is some sheet music in here. There is some illustrations. Some of these are from like a magazine, and or maybe like a calendar at some point. This is an old picture, but I think it's not on picture paper. It's on like a newspaper. It was like in a periodical of some kind. These are, oh, Van Mills won the second Givey. Congratulations. There are some Farm Journal covers here, just the covers. Again, pictures from a magazine, some more images that were taken out of magazines. This is another one, illustration from a book. You're very welcome. Some illustrations from books. This is from a more contemporary book. It's called The Dictionary of Difficult Words. And I took some of them out. I saved some of the pages because I thought they were really cool. There's actually about, I want to say like 6 pages in there. These are on some nice thick paper. And they have cool illustrations with them as well. These are some random pages from a yearbook. This is from like a kid's book, like science book on astronomy. Here are some more. These were from like a magazine and they were put into a scrapbook. Some of them are still on the pages they were on in the scrapbook. Some of them I actually soaked off the scrapbook. This is an Enlightened Homes, this little booklet from 1930. The date is here on the bottom, May 1930. There's also 2 sheets of vintage die cuts in here. These are from England. So there's this one here with cute little kids on it. And then there's the butterflies on this side. This has a little glitter on it, just FYI. There's also a crate label here, Lady of the Lake. There's also some pages in here that I made from a digital kit for strawberries. And there are some more of those pages that were from a scrapbook. There's also these that are from a magazine. This is from 1905 is what that says down there. You can swipe to the left if you want to get your chat out of the way so you can see better. And then this last page has a whole bunch of stuff in it that I just kind of stuck in there. There's a whole bunch of different like book plates in here and pages from a couple different like um, yeah, there's like this sales result thing from 1985. There's like I think there's like some pattern stuff in here. There's a whole bunch of things in here. The book is pretty full. It has a few pages here at the end that are empty, but for the most part, it's pretty full. So I'm going to do this as the pound of pages by the pound listing because it is between 1 to 2 pounds. So let me go ahead and start that right now. It starts for $3, and you get everything that I just showed inside there. Thank you for the bidding. Appreciate it. Thank you guys. I appreciate you. I have more labels as well. So if anyone's interested, I do have a lot more like crate labels and can labels that are older. They're probably from like the probably mid 1900s, I'm guessing. Probably not that old, not not like super super old, but old enough. They got some age on them, I guess you could say. So awesome! Thank you so much. Thank you, Shijo. Thank you guys all for the bids. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. So happy you liked that. Let me go ahead and show a few postcard lots too, just because I showed them in the very beginning of the show. And now we got a few more people in here, so I want to show them again. Let me go ahead and show the Florida lot here. This is the biggest lot I have. Like I said, I do live in Central Florida. So this lot I think it's about 8 ounces, I think is what it says, I think. So anyway, most of these are, I would say, like Miami, Tampa, and kind of like along the Gulf Coast. And then there's a few that are northern, like St. Augustine and Jacksonville. So before Disney came, Orlando was a swamp. So there's like one Orlando postcard in here because there was nothing to see in Orlando before Disney got here. So, or, except for like orchard groves. So, so pretty much that's what's in here are these, older postcards from those areas. These are mostly linen, and there are a few contemporary ones in here as well. So I'll just flip through them real quick. Most of these have been endorsed. That one says 1914 on it. So there's Miami. Here's a Tampa. This is another Miami, I think. Oh, no, Fort Lauderdale, close enough. Avenue of Australian Pines Hibiscus. I don't know where that's from. This is 1944, it says. So you kind of see here. Some of these are in the little sleeves, and I'll leave them in there. That's St. Petersburg Pier. This one's a little newer, obviously. It's postmarked 1978. That's Daytona Beach. Here's St. Augustine. St. Augustine is the oldest city in America. 1920 for that one. This is Lou Gardens, which is right down the road from me. Yeah, that's in Lake Wales. Some more postcards here. Sorry, I know there's a lot and I'm going slow. So anyway, some of the colors on these are just stunning. Here's another St. Augustine. It does actually still look like that. I've been there. This is actually Kennedy Space Center. So I didn't know that they had that statue there, but that is Kennedy Space Center. This one is really cool. This is like a collection of shells from like the Gulf, like side of the Gulf of Mexico, like the Gulf Shore of Florida, which I thought was cool. There's some more. This is Fort Myers, which is down on the Gulf Shore. Here's another one, Jacksonville. This is the Orlando one. This is downtown Orlando. There's a lake there. And then there's this really pretty one. I love this. This is from Miami, I think. Oh no, it's Cypress Gardens. Sorry, this is from Cypress Gardens, which is also down the road for me. 1954 is the date on that one. They used to do like a pageant there. And it was like homecoming and stuff. Mount Dora, which is close to me. Some more really pretty ones here. Again, I just love all the colors on these. I just think they're so cool. So these are all the ones you'll get. This is Wiki Wachi, where they used to have mermaids. There's another like Florida State one. I love the look of this one, which is really cool. And that's St. Pete. Love the heron. That's so cool. That's St. Peter's, I think, or Clearwater, maybe St. Peter Clearwater. It's another one that's at Dupree Gardens, I think. Love this one with the flamingos on it. That's so Florida to me. This one's really cool. This is Fort Lauderdale. This is Hialeah, which is down by Miami. Here's another flamingo one, which again is so Florida. So cool. I love this bird one. That one. And then there's this book of postcards, which I did get not too long ago. So this is from Bach Tower. It's not Lou Gardens. It's Bach Tower, where that tower was, that singing tower. So this is some repro like prints of some older postcards that they put into this little book. So this is very, very modern, contemporary, but the rest of these are all vintage. You can see the dates range from like 17, I think was one or something like that, and then up to like 1950s. So there's quite a few in here. One was 1978. So anyway, let me go ahead and run that in case anyone's interested. Starting at $3 for about 8 ounces or so. So if anyone's interested in these are running right now. So I wish I had better pictures of the mermaids at Wikiwachi. I don't have great pictures of them, which is a bummer. I know they have some, but I just have never come across them in my dealings. So all right, let's see what we got here. Oh, I have some more periodicals here, so let me run those. Ooh. Again, everything is in piles. I just don't want to destroy all my piles. I feel like they were in good shape. You know what I mean? Okay, here we go. All right. Okay. Sorry, my water can't be too far. You know what I mean? All right. So we're going to do periodicals by the pound. So I'll basically just add things to this scale until I get to a pound or over a pound because I had to do 1 to 2 pounds for the shipping. So first we have this song hits book. This is the songs of the Wizard of Oz, hits from the Wizard of Oz. So I'll show that in a second. We have this beautiful book, which actually tells you how to paint flowers. So it shows you different techniques for how to paint them, but it also has these beautiful images in it of what the pictures will look like when you're done. There are color ones in here, but there's also a lot of black and white as well. But I love the fact that it had like the images in different ways, right? So you have like all these, like this would be a really cool set of like 4 tags, and you could do each one would be a little different because you could do an image on the front of each one. It would show you like the progression. I thought that would be really cool. So there's a whole bunch of really cool images in here. It's very oversized. Um, and then again, it also has like these things here with like what the colors look like, which I thought was awesome. Paint colors. So I found these in a few different homes and I just love them. They have them. I love this page with like the paint swatches on it. This is like the set of them. I found like the animal ones before. I found like the landscape ones, I think. They're just really cool. And then that's what the back looks like. So again, just beautiful images. This is a Atlanta Journal and Constitution, 1962. This is the 50th anniversary issue of that. This is the main newspaper in Atlanta, Georgia. So this was like their, you know, probably weekly magazine that they did on the, on probably Sundays, and they pulled it out. Well, you would pull it out of the paper. But this has some amazing ads in it and just some amazing, just the look of it. It's also in excellent shape for 1962. Just really beautiful. And I always love the old ads as well. Like that's one of my favorite things. I love this, the Surefine. So these are really fun. That's what it looks like on the back. So you get that one. We're at 1 pound right now. Then I have this June 8th, 1946 Post. This is the Saturday Evening Post. We're at 1 pound and 10 ounces. This might be the last one. This is absolutely adorable. Look at this little doggy. And he has a little hurt on his paw, probably because he's tried to get that cheese before, and now he's back again. But this is absolutely it does have some tears here on the back, but look at that ad. Oh my gosh. Amazing. Amazing. But it does have a little tear. So, these obviously are from quite a while ago, and considering they're made out of newsprint, they're actually holding up pretty well. So these are just so cool. I love this ad with farmer. This is GE. There's one for like farmers or something that's also really cool. I don't know if it's in here though. I've seen it in like something like this. I love this one with General Tire. Like I love her dress there. Like that's so cool. Here's the life insurance company policy one. This is really fun. Travel. There's a lot of travel ones always. Obviously, there's probably some cigarette ones in here. There's a cigarette one, I think, or clothing, I guess. So yeah, so this is really fun. This is in excellent shape considering again how old it is. I've never really seen a wedding ad before either, so that's kind of fun too. So you will get 1, 2, 3, and 4. The Evening Post is super heavy. That's why we have to stop at 4. It's at 1 pound and 12 ounces right now. So I will go ahead and run this. This will be our periodicals by the pound, and it will start at $5 for 10 seconds, and that's running right now. So you get all 4 of these, the greatest hits from The Wizard of Oz. Let me just open that real quick. It does have some images in it. It looks like someone did cut some pictures out. I think it has some music in it, doesn't it? Where is it? Did have some Wizard of Oz images in the front though. Okay, cool. I will put these to the side. Thank you guys for looking at those. Okay. Okay, I have a couple more of those ready to use clip art books, and then I have some older coloring books, which are really cool. So let me see what we got here. Hold on one sec. I'll do some music. I'm also going to do some more books in a second as well. Okay, let's do. Okay, this is 1 pound, 12 ounces. So we'll do this one. So this is really cool. This is like a museum book of like I forget what they call it, the exhibition book. So they had an Edward Hopper exhibition at the Kennedy Galleries, and so this is the book of that, and it tells you it was from 1977, and basically it just tells you a little bit about the artist and everything in the exhibition, and then it basically has a picture of like all of the different art that was there. So this is kind of like your keepsake, kind of like a program you would take from like a show. Again, 1977 for this, and it shows you the different works of Hopper. So I like getting books like this because I like to cut the pictures out and then use those on tags and stuff, which I think is fun. There is a little bit of a discoloration back here, but it looks like somebody cut out the newspaper articles about this exhibition and put them back there as well. And this is from the New York Times, May 13th, 1977. So it looks like that's some nice little like added ephemera back there. So you get that book. Then you're going to get this one, the record, Million Record Song Hits. Though this is a music book. This one's in really nice shape. No tears or anything. Absolutely, Kirsten, you bet. I'll show those right. I'll show them next. This is copyrighted 1961, LXI. So this one again, it's in really nice shape. Mostly it's just music. It's got some really fun music and songs in it. And then I'm also going to do this one, which is piano solos. What I like about the piano solos is that there's no lyrics, so it's all notes. So this one is cool because it's all just music, sheet music, no lyrics in the way. This is from Schirmer, which is a major and very famous music publisher. This is from 1956, LVI. You can see right there. And this one does have some tears here on the cover, but it has, it looks like over 100, maybe 200 pages, 170 pages of music. So this is awesome I love using them on tags and as pages in junk journals, like sewing them into pages. I love that. So these three are coming for our periodicals by the pound. It's 1 pound, 12 ounces. So once I add it to a box or a folder, that's what it'll be. So these are running right now. So you get the Edward Hopper book with the extra ephemera in the back of the articles, and then the 2 music books as well. All right, awesome. Thank you guys for looking at that. Let me go ahead and show the art postcards that Kristen is asking about. These are just kind of different postcards that I found in my collection of postcards that I thought I would share with you guys. So they're kind of like more modern, and they just have a whole bunch of different like subjects in them. So some of them are from art like museum exhibits, and then some of them are just kind of artsy. So that's kind of how I defined it, I guess. Let me go ahead and pin it real quick. Let's see. There it is. Okay. So let me pin that down there. Okay, cool. So let me just show you. So first, I have 3 of these little packs. These are from IKEA. IKEA makes these really cool postcard packs. I don't know if they do anymore. I haven't been to an IKEA in a heartbeat, but I have 2 of the ones that are this one. So this one has 2 in it that say you are more than enough and you are capable, loved, and adored or admired. And then it has these 2 kind of like impressionist like drawings of faces, basically. So you get 2 packs of those are brand new. And then you get 1 pack of this one, which has some different sayings on it as well. It's got like the love and the butterfly and stuff like that. So I've used these in different journals before because they're awesome. They're a nice card, like weight. The postcards are a nice weight, and they're just fun because they're a little different. So, and then I have these ones which are kind of fun. So this is kind of an artsy postcard, I would call it. So we got that one. But then I also have these ones. These are from 1984. Yeah, 1984. And they're just kind of like they're almost like notes you would send to a friend, right? Like just quick, like, hi, how you doing? So like they have different sayings on them. Ours is a strange and unique relationship. You were strange and I am unique. These are all unused. They have this one, the hello one, love and kisses. This blah 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 one I think is really funny. This one says a hug would make my day. Heart for heart and soul for soul, let us be forever friends. That's a saying by Liszt, who's a composer. Mine's like parachutes, they only function when they are open. Just a note. Rainy days can be beautiful, excuse me. A friend is someone who knows all about you but likes you anyway. World's Greatest Friend Award. So I thought those were really fun and cute. And then this is one from like Vale. So this is just a bigger postcard. This is an art one. These are the art ones. These are from an exhibit at Victoria and Albert, which is the main art museum in London. And these are from an exhibit. Let me see if it's got the dates on here. I don't think it does. Trying Try to see if I can find who the artist was for these things. It's like tapestries and needlework. So it's exhibits that run like just the kind of the gamut of all kinds of things. There's like, tapestries, there's clothing, there's bags, like just all this beautiful needlework and these beautiful patterns, and mostly in pretty vibrant colors, which is one of the reasons why I picked it out. There's some beautiful tatting right there. So just some really gorgeous cards. There's a lot of these. I think there's like 30 of them, maybe. There's quite a few. These are all very high quality cards too, which is the other reason I like them. That is so cool and pretty. I love that. Let's see what that says. It is a coat. Satin embroidered with silks and chain stitch from North India, first half of the 17th century. So those kinds of things. Oops. And then just a few more. Some more tatting there, some more lace. And then I found some cool like typography coat postcards. These I actually got at Hobby Lobby like forever and a day ago. And so I just thought I'd throw those in as well because again, they're kind of arty looking. Um, And then this is one from like Madrid. These are just some of the bigger postcards that are a little bit more modern. So I just didn't put them in with my other like linen postcards. But these are some from Germany, the Berlin Wall. That's another one from the Berlin Wall. So that's the stack of postcards that you would get for this art postcard listing. So I'll go ahead and run that. It's about a pound of postcards, I think. I think it's about 15 ounces. So it's a large collection of postcards. Let me see if I'm right. Yeah, 15 ounces. So I'll go ahead and run it just in case you're interested. No obligation, of course, even if you ask about it, you guys, anyone can purchase or doesn't have to. Thank you, Kristen. I'm glad you like them. I love these ones. I think they're so cute and fun, like and I love the fact they have different sayings on them. Like, I don't know, it's just kind of fun. I also have some greeting cards and cards that I was going to show as well, some vintagey ones. So sure, I'll show those. Absolutely. I'd be happy to. The Germany ones are really nice. They're older. They're from like the 40s and 50s. Maybe even before that. So there's some very nice ones in there. So yeah, let me show those. Awesome. Thank you so much. Let me go ahead and do you a bag really quick. Okay. Oh, you're very welcome. Thank you. Glad you're here. Keenly Kristen. That's a great name. All right. Let me show you the Germany ones real quick. Some of them are in sleeves, so I will leave them in sleeves if they're in there. Okay, let me see here. Hold on one second. Let me put this one down there. I'll pin that one too. Okay, there we go. So this is about, let me see, hold on. Let me just make sure that that's, okay. Yep, this is about 7 ounces of postcards. And they're all a little different, but they are all from Germany. Most of them are actually in German. So these, and a lot of them have not been used. So it's hard to kind of get a date on these, but just based on what they look like, I'm guessing like 40s and 50s. So there's that one. There's this one. This has a lot of really fun stuff there. So. And some of these are colored, but some of them are in black and white. This one does have a date on it. 1932 is that one. So that one is postmarked. This one's postmarked as well. But I can't tell what year that is. So I'm not sure. Yeah, I can't tell what year that is. But it does have the stamp on it as well, which is cool. So. I love when they used to write on the front because they had to leave the back for the only for the address. I think that's always so funny. I think this is 1899 because it says 14/10/99. So I think that's what that means. So it would be the 14th of October 1899. Pretty sure. It does look that old. So, and this one says October 14th, 03. So I'm guessing it's October 14th, 1903. Yep, 1903 it looks like. So these are actually antique. I guess these actually virgin to antique because they're from over 100 years old. So here's one from 1900. These are a couple extra ones I put on the end here. So this is on the Czechoslovakia building at the Chicago World's Fair in 1933. So that's what that postcard is. These are from Europe. Again, they don't have a date on them, but they are from Europe somewhere. And then I have like this packet of postcards from Toronto. And then these are some more Germany ones. So this is a Germany one. This is obviously a little bit more modern. I think this is also Germany. Yep, that's definitely German. This is one that looks like it's from an art museum exhibit. It's a picture from the war. Here's another picture from the war. This is also from Germany, I think. It's in German. Let me put it to you that way. Oh yeah, Berlin. Sorry, Berlin. And then there's this one, which is also another picture from an exhibit from the war. So that is this stack of postcards for Germany. So I'll go ahead and run that. Thanks for the pre-bid, guys. 10 seconds, and that's running right now. Thank you so much. I appreciate your bid. Thank you. Let's see. Where did oh, here it is. Okay. Awesome. Thank you. You're welcome. And then let me just show you the California ones really quick, and then we'll go ahead and move on to our next thing. Let me see. Okay. Most of the California ones are Southern California, just FYI. Don't be afraid to use your coupons either, guys. So if you got a coupon, you can go ahead and click on the little crown right there, and it will allow you to add the coupon to your cart, and then it'll work on your next purchase. I don't remember what my award levels are as far as like what the deal is. I cannot remember. I think it's like 5 or 10% on your next purchase, maybe. I can't quite remember, but anyway. So most of these are Southern California. Some of them are, there's a couple Northern California, but there's a lot of Los Angeles in here. So yeah. So this is LA. This one is not postmarked. This one is 1909. That's a mission. This one I think is 1950. Yep, 1959. Another mission. Can't see the date on that one. This is Redondo Beach, 1920. This is another one. This is from Santa Barbara, 1912. Bougainvillea. I love bougainvillea trees, 1907. I love this. It says what a California home looks like in the winter. I love it. Let's like totally send that to your relatives on the West Coast so that or East Coast so they can get mad at you. 1911 for that one. Look, they sent it to someone in Massachusetts. Absolutely. That was absolutely a nana boo boo card that they sent to their relatives. This is another one, California Highway Midwinter, 1940 something, it looks like. 1932. This is Olivera Street. This is in downtown Los Angeles. It's one of the oldest streets, I think, in the world. Definitely one of the oldest streets in the United States. Here's from San Diego. That one is also not postmarked. Union Station. This is the main train station terminal in downtown Los Angeles as well. It's right near Olivera Street. Here's the San Francisco one. I love the big text ones. They're one of my those are my favorite. This is 1953. San Juan Capistrano Mission. This is one for like a restaurant. So I put that in there. And there's some homes here from famous people. So it's Mickey Rooney's house in Encino, not postmarked. This is Carol Lombard's house in Beverly Hills. This one says 1937 on it. Julie Garland's home in Bel Air. Clark Gable and Carol Lombard's home in Encino, 1942. This is 17-mile drive. That's in Monterey. San Francisco, this is Lombard Street, which is the curviest street in the world, 1940. And then there's this book of movie star homes. So this has not been used or sent or anything, but it's got all the postcards in there of the movie star homes. So that's a little booklet. We have this one from the Rose Parade, Tournament of Roses, 1908. This is a little postcard because this gentleman sent in a question to this quiz show. So they sent him this back just saying like, thank you for sending it in. It says it's in New York, but I'm going to put it in here just because it looks like it's a movie studio. So I'm going to put it there. And then this is a set of postcards that look like they're from California, but I don't know where in California. But it's a whole bunch of different, the printing on this is not great. So I don't know when they printed it, but there's a whole bunch of posts in here. And I believe somewhere I saw it was from California. I don't remember where. Oh, you know what? This might be the Getty. Looks like the Getty. Huh, interesting. Somewhere I saw California on this though for some reason. So that's why I thought it was California. Anyway, so you get that postcards book as well. Oh, San Diego, California. Yeah. San Diego. So it was an exhibition postcard. So let me go ahead and run that. And we'll start the auction on that as well for 10 seconds. That's running right now. Thank you again for the pre-bid. Thank you, Kristen. Glad you like those. Awesome. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Okay, let me go ahead and show a few more books. I do have some little golden books here. I'm planning to have a book show on Friday. I may change it to a craft show. I haven't decided yet 100%, but I might have a book show on Friday. You're absolutely welcome. Thank you. So I will have more books Friday if that's what you're into. I am a sucker for kids books, so a lot of them will be kids books, but I'm also a sucker for educational books that have a lot of pictures in them. So that will also be there. But anyway, so we're gonna do books by the pound. I did mark them as books, so they should come up as media mail for your shipping, just FYI. So we'll do this Tweety and Sylvester book, this Bugs Bunny book, Raggedy Ann and Andy, 10 Little Animals, Richard Scary's Chipmunks, Christmas Tree. Let's see, Puro's ABC Garden. Actually, we're going to do all of these I have in my hand. So we're going to do all of these ones that are left. So let me show you real quick what these are and what their dates are and stuff like that. So these are some ones I've also never seen before. So these were some ones that I got that were just new to me. So this is called The Wonderful House. It feels like this book has never been cracked open, to be honest with you. The date on this is 1950. You guys can see that right there. This is so cute. I love the illustrations in this. It's a Who Lives Here book, and it asks you who lives there, and then it shows you the creature that lives there. So helping kids understand habitats, I guess. It's got some really cute animals in it. Little kitty back there. So this is really cute. This is in pretty good shape considering I don't see a lot of wear and tear on it. Yeah, it's in really good shape actually. No writing in it either, which is great. There's this book called Mr. Dog, A Dog with a Pipe. What else do you need in life? It's by Margaret Wise Brown. She's a pretty famous children's writer. And this is from 1952. And again, this is real clean. I don't see any writing in the front of this book. And I don't see any rips or tears so far in this book. Yep, I don't see any rips or tears in this one. So very cool. And again, that's in really good shape. It says 1952, but there's a barcode on it. That cannot be when that was published. Hold on one second. Oh, 1980 edition. Sorry, my bad. 1980 edition. That's what that is. Okay, there we go. This one is called Puro's ABC Garden. So this is an ABC book. I'm also a sucker for ABC books. And this is based on a clown from Paris, I believe, from France, I think. So this is from 1992. And I like it because it's a garden book. So all the ABCs are going to be like fruits and vegetables, which is really fun. And it's got these really fun illustrations in it. And he's like as big as the vegetable. So I think that's like really cool. I don't know. I just like the way that this was like juxtaposed, like the different images and stuff. The mushrooms are really cool looking. The strawberries are beautiful. The tomatoes, like these are really cool looking. A whirligig. That's what W stands for. W stands for whirligig. So these are really cute. A zebra. There's a zebra in his garden. Who knew? Sheep. Looks like he's looking for his long lost love. And then they have a picnic with all their wonderful food. So there's that one. This is the biggest, most beautiful Christmas tree. This is the 1985 edition. This one also has no rating in it. And this has adorable images in it. It's got like it's mostly about like little mice and stuff. And chipmunks, I think. So it's absolutely adorable. And Christmas and like Santa and stuff like that. So I love that book. I've had that a couple times. This is Richard Scary's Chipmunks ABC. I love Richard Scary. This is 19. Well, it says the copyright was renewed in 1991, so I'm guessing this is from 1991. It does have a barcode on it. I was not a Seuss kid; I was a Scary kid. So all the Busy People books, like those were my books when I was growing up. So I always get scary books whenever I see them. So again, this is an ABC book, and it's got a whole bunch of like forest creatures in it, which I love. I think they're so cute. So many fun little images in this. The net and the butterflies and the quilt. I thought that was so cute. This has no rips or tears and no writing again, which is awesome. No writing even in the front. There is a sticker here on the front here. So you will have to try to get that off if you want. And there is the sticker here, the price sticker here as well. So just keep that in mind. Then there's this one, the 10 Little Animals. This is an older one for sure. Let me see. 1961, looks like. Again, no writing in the front cover. And I don't see, looks like there's a little Well, there's a little fold right here, but it's not, I don't think it's actually ripped. It's just folded. There we go. Okay. But yeah, we got some really fun pictures here. Again, a bunch of different cute animals, bears. Got the counting here since it's the 10 little animals book. That's really cute. It's a nice little winter book. This Raggedy Ann and Andy book and the Rainy Day Circus. This is from 1978, the seventh printing. I don't see any writing in the front cover. And then there's no writing in this book. I don't think I see any. And there's no rips or tears in here. I love Raggedy Ann and Andy. Oh, there is some writing here. Looks like the kid got a little happy with a crayon right there. And it looks like there is a page missing in the back here. Let's see if there's any more crayon. It's kind of hard to tell because there's a lot of crayon drawing in this book. But I think that is actually real crayon. I don't think that's supposed to be. But I don't think I see any other crayon in this one. And in general, it's in really good shape. The cover is in excellent shape. Yeah. And then these are also little golden books, but they're shaped little golden books. So they are soft cover. So this Bugs Bunny one, 1980, the 8th printing of this one. No writing on the inside cover. Don't think there's any writing on the pages. Nope. And then the Tweety and Sylvester book here. I thought I did. What do you get? It actually says it right there. Let's see. This is also 1980. This cover is a little worse for wear. It's got some crinkles in it there. So, but this one, yep, there he is. He's saying it. I thought I died. What he dat. So there we go. And I don't see any writing in this one either. These books are really clean considering their age. This obviously did have a little damage here. It got soaked in something, it looks like some little staining there. So this one is a little bit worse for wear than the others. But for the most part, these are all super clean books. So you'll get all of these. I think there's like 8 of them, 9 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, 9 books. We're going to start these at $5. It's 1 pound and 15 ounces. So the weight on these is 1 to 2 pounds. And we're gonna start them for $5, 10 seconds, and that's running right now. So you get all these books. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Thank you guys for your bids. I appreciate it. I love this Raggedy Ann and Andy book. My uncle made me these giant, when I was born, he made me these giant Raggedy Ann and Andy's that were like bigger than me when I was a kid. Like we have a picture of them under the Christmas tree when I was like 1 year, like my first Christmas. I guess I was like 6 months. And they're sitting next to me and they're bigger than I am. It's really, really funny. Thank you, Shijo. I appreciate it. Okay. All right. I have a couple more like periodical books or soft books that I'm going to include. So, okay. So we're going to do these. Let's see how much these weigh. Hold on. Yep. Okay. So this is the 1 to 2 pounds. So these are some coloring books, but I like them because they're kind of artsy and these are a little bit older. So this is a Dover coloring book. This is an A to Z floral one. So every page is just a different letter of the alphabet with a whole bunch of florals drawn into it that you could color. I like to use black and white coloring. This is what the first page looks like. I like to use black and white pages from coloring books as pages in my junk journal because I think they look really cool. This is from 1987. I also like to dye them with coffee or tea. And then I think they also look kind of cool because typically coloring pages have really cool, like a good weight to them as well. So I know, isn't that cool? I know, it's so fun. And then this shows you, this is cool. I didn't notice this. So in the back, it gives you a diagram and it shows you what all the different plants are and the different letters. That's really fun. So that's cool. That way you can color them the actual colors that they're supposed to be if you want. Not just guessing. That's really fun. Cool. So there's that one. Then here's another one of these ready to use clip art books. So this one is from 1989. And this one is Victorian decorative initials. So this one is all initials in all different fonts and sizes and like Victorian writing. So all kinds of different, a whole bunch of different M's and L's, like all the different letters. So again, if you weren't here before, I had some more of these books. Basically, this was clip art before clip art. So people that were printing things or making like ads in newspapers or books or whatever would clip out these items and then like basically copy them to make their image. So you would have, borders and you would have different like call outs and words and stuff like that and all different fonts and sizes and typographies. So that's what these books were for. So this is 1989. And then we have this coloring book, which is a Japanese print coloring book, another Dover one. This one is from 1982. It has this beautiful colored image on the cover. It does also tell you, I think, what the different prints are. So this is cool as well because it tells you what the prints are that you're coloring, and then it has these amazing pictures in it. So if you're doing any kind of junk journal from the east, far east, or if you're doing one for Japan or something, that would be real, or Mulan even, be really cool to add some of these to that. I love the sumo wrestlers. That's amazing. But this has some beautiful images in it. There's another colored page on the back there as well. So there's that one. And then this is a book of Victorian stickers. I think it's complete. There might be one or two missing in here. This was published in 1986. It looks like there's one missing here on this page. And these are some stickers that were Victorian, aesthetic, and they were reproduced. So some of these images probably came from vintage postcards and advertisements and trade cards, things like that. So there's one missing there and one missing on the first page and none missing on this page. So pretty much they're all intact. So you're just missing two stickers in this one. So you'll get these 4 books. These are a little heavy, so this will be periodicals by the pound. And we'll go ahead and start this for 10 seconds. And that is running right now for those 4 books as well. Thank you, Shijo. I appreciate it. Awesome. Thank you so much. All righty. Okay, let me show you some vintage playing cards. Or not playing cards, sorry, vintage cards and also regular cards. So hold on one second. Okay. These are just some fun cards I have. So that's why I'm showing them. So I'm just putting them all together because they're all cards. That's why. That is their unifying feature. They're all cards and envelopes. So I have this set of some cards. These are some cute little Christmas cards, and they do come with envelopes. There is a few in here. It's like Santa and the little Chippy in the tree there. So there's that set. There's this set of Sun and Moon cards, which basically is complete, and it has Sun and Moon cards in it with the envelopes as well. So there's the Sun one, and then the Moon one. So you got that. Oops. Ow. Might be missing a couple. I did get this at Goodwill, so there could be a few missing. And then we also have these cards, which are these really cool shaped cards. These are new. These are not vintage at all. These are not vintage cards that I'm showing you so far. But this is a really cool, like, shaped card. This is really beautiful, like, I think that's a moth. I don't remember if it's a butterfly, maybe a butterfly. And then like this one, this really beautiful one with the roses on it. And then I have this set of some strawberry cards with some envelopes. Here's another shaped card that is a bouquet. This one with Glinda, the Good Witch from Wizard of Oz. And then this, is that a violet or an iris? I can't remember. I think it's a violet, right? And then and then I also have this box of cards, which I'm going to include. So I have these are blank cards with the envelopes. I have used Pansy. Thank you. I have used these before as, I've used them as cards. Hey, Katie, I've used these as cards before in journals and just sewn them into the signature. I've also used them as tags before and cut them apart. So you can kind of do whatever you want with these. So there are a few that are missing, but I'm going to include those as well. And then these are the vintage cards I have. So we have this one here, the graduation one. I think all of these were used and endorsed. So it's hard to get an actual year on cards, but here's this graduation one. This one is so cute. This To My Darling Niece card. We also have this dear niece at Easter, the little bunny. I'm good. How are you? I haven't seen you in forever. This little cute little Valentine. I love this one with the little glitter on the edges. To my sweetheart of a niece. This beautiful little Christmas card. I'm a sucker for vintage Christmas cards. Can't even front about that. Let's see. Then there's this one, which is really pretty. This is just a card, like just a how are you card. I know. Yeah, I did. I'm trying to unify everything under my business name. So, yep. And then we also have this one. Okay, we're at 1 pound and 12 ounces. Let me add a couple more vintage cards because I do have a few more. So, hold on one second. Let's see. I'll add a few vintage Valentines I have. And let me see. Do this one. And do a couple of these, which are cute. Okay, this should be okay. So I'll do these last ones too. So we got this one. It's another vintage card. It does have writing in it. Got that one. We have this really cute little Valentine, which I think is adorable. So this was soaked out of a book. I did soak it out of a book. This little Valentine actually stands up on its own and it's so cute. So this is what it looks like. And then you put the little fence out in order for it to stand. So it stands on its own like this on your table. It's adorable. I don't have any idea what the year is on this, but it's got to be pretty old just based on the look of it and the illustration. So I love that one. There's also this one, which is so cute. This little flapper card I think is so cute. Again, that was out of a book. And then I got two of these little holiday ones. I love putting these in a journal as a insert because you can just glue them down to the page and then someone can just lift them in the middle and it's like a nice little tuck spot for something. So I'm doing two of these little guys, which I think are so cute. These are probably like 1980s, I'm guessing. But you could also mail them. You would put the stamp on the back here and you just like put a signature or a seal or something there. So that's all the cards you're getting. It's 1 pound and 14 ounces. So we'll do this as one of our 2 pound. We'll do this as pages by the pound because it's 1 to 2 pounds and starting at $3. So you get all of the cards I just showed for $3. Thank you so much for your bits. Thank you. I appreciate you guys so much. I'm so glad you're here today. Thanks for hanging out with me. Awesome. Thank you, Shijo. Probably gonna end up sending your stuff in a box, I think. All right, awesome. Thank you. Turn something back. Okay. So great. Okay. I also have these cool game pieces I'm going to show you guys. I don't know if you'll think they're as cool as I think they're cool, but we'll see. So this is a game. These are game boards that I got from this game called Let's Go Shopping. I honestly don't know what I did with the pieces to this game. I took it apart because I was traveling and because I bought it up north and then came to Florida in the car, so I had to get creative. Actually, it could be this. I'm not 100% sure, to be honest with you. I don't think they are, though, because they don't look the same. Anyway, so they're these really cool, like, it's like different stores. So you have like a Burger Village, the Sports Shack, the pet store, and the grocery store. And then basically it's to help kids understand like pricing and stuff and like sales and discounts. So like there's like discounts on things. But it's this really cool, like, yeah, exactly. So it's this really cool, like, image of different things. So here's like the pet store one. They're very big. They're like probably 11 by 14. Here's the Sports Shack. They're obviously very 80s coded with the colors and stuff. This is the the Burger Village. Yeah, Burger Village, which I like. So it's helping kids with like, you know, eating stuff. These could be fun for a classroom, I think. And then there's the grocery store. So it has like different things with the pricing. Obviously the pricing is all different now. But I thought these could be cool as journal covers if you were making a journal for like a kid or if you were doing something like, I don't know. I just thought because they're not super thick, but like they're thick enough. You know what I mean? There isn't a date on this. Let me see. Oh, 1993. Sorry. 1993 is the date. I'll include the instructions as well. It could be that these pieces go with it. I have like all these different pieces that are different items, but I think these are from a different game. Because there's no music or toy store in here. And I think that's what some of those are from. I think these are from a bingo game actually, so I'm not gonna show you those. Hold on. So anyway, I just thought the boards were cool. I know they're a little different. Obviously, they're not like, I don't know. I thought they were just really neat. I couldn't throw them away when I got the game. I got the game, I think, for the pieces, but I just thought these were so neat and I couldn't let them go. So I don't know. I thought they were really fun. I think you could also fussy cut some stuff out of these and make them cool, and have different items. The rollerblades over here are great. Obviously at the Sports Shack tags, I think they would make great tags. They're all plain on the back, so you would only have to cover or do something on one side of them. So I don't know. I just thought they were really neat, and I like the coloring on them and the illustrations. So I'm gonna share them with you guys and run them for like $3 for all of them. If you're interested, I'm happy to send them to you. But if not, totally understand. I just thought they were cool, and I didn't want to get rid of them. So let me just go ahead and do a temporary listing for this because it's not really gonna fit under anything else. Shopping game boards. Actually, I'll do them for 2 because they're not. I'm gonna say. Yeah, they're gonna be 4 to 7. Okay. All right. I'm starting the auction right now for 10 seconds, and these are running right now. So if anyone's interested, go ahead and bid on those. But I thought they were kind of fun. I think they're kind of cool looking. I love the cakes at the bakery. Like, that's kind of fun. And the people, kind of neat. I don't know. I love games. I love board games. It's like one of my favorite things. Thank you, Shijo. I appreciate it. I hope you enjoy those. Don't tell me no what you do with them. If you come up with a grand idea, I want to know. Awesome. Okay. Let me see here. Is anyone interested in labels? I think they would be cool journal covers. That was what I thought they would be cool as too. I agree. That was my first thought. Let me see here. All right, hold on 1 second. Just collecting a couple of things to grab here. Okay. All right, I have some vintage and contemporary wrapping paper that I was going to share as a lot. So let me, and also a couple, like a book. Just a few pages here that I thought would all go together. So let's see what we got here. Hold on. It doesn't really go with this. Let's see. Or that. Or that. I do have crate labels and can labels. If anyone's interested in those, I'm happy to show. Okay. So this is just a little lot of some wrapping paper that I thought I would share with you guys. Most of it is like vintage from what I can tell. I got it from a estate sale not too long ago. Actually, probably long ago, probably like over a year ago now. It's only about 7 ounces. So we'll go ahead and look at it. This is probably a little bit more modern than contemporary, but we have this really pretty sheet of Christmas. I love that little teddy bear with his big belly right there. Here's another one of Christmas, which I think is really cute. Again, with the teddy bear on it. Probably about a sheet of it. This is just a little girl that got cut out of a piece of wrapping paper. She's super cute, but definitely from some wrapping paper. Here's a sheet or like a little bit of a sheet of some butterflies, which is very pretty. We have this one, which is really pretty paper, floral paper. This is a bag actually, but it's so adorable. The card cage, card and gift shop. And I love it with like the Holly Hobby like look on it, which is really nice. Here's another one. This is like a whole sheet of flowers, nice and springy looking. Here is some Holly Hobby wrapping paper, which is really pretty. At least it looks like Holly Hobby to me. I think that's who it is. I have a friend who is gaga over Holly Hobby. Like she loves all of the Holly Hobby stuff she ever finds. It's so funny to me. And then this is some actually tissue paper, but it's really pretty with like the grid on it. There's a little bit of some schmutz on there. So just FYI, but it's really pretty. It's actually a little bit darker yellow than what shows on screen. So just FYI. Here's another piece that was cut out of some wrapping paper. Here's one here that was cut out. This one's really pretty, very matte looking, which is cool. I like matte stuff for junk journaling, so I always gravitate towards those things. This one is actually embossed. You can feel the leaves on the front. You can see the embossing right there. So these leaves are a little raised, which is cool. There's this one, which is just this gold stripe, which is very cool. Obviously, there is a little bit of some wear on these. Here's just a little piece of some sucker paper. This one is brand new in package, although it looks like maybe they used a sheet of it. So there's just one sheet, but it has some different things on. I love how it's called young adults, and these are the things they put on it. Okay, sure. But this is one sheet of the gift wrap here. Sold by American Greetings. I don't see a date on here. And then I also have this one of this Mickey and Pluto with like baby Plutos on it, which is so flipping cute. And this is like a sheet of this paper. This is not the bag it came in. I put it, I think, in this bag when I got it because it was like out on its own. So I didn't want it to get injured. So that's why. So these are the wrapping papers you'll get. Most of these, as far as I know, are pretty vintage wrapping papers. You know, vintage, relatively speaking, I would guess they're probably from 80s, maybe a little 90s, and then there's probably some 70s in there. I'm guessing the Holly Hobby is from the 70s, maybe early 80s. This is probably definitely from like 80s. And then these two are, I don't know for sure how contemporary they are. But yeah, and then this little girl here as well. So there's just a couple, pieces there. I'm also going to throw in a couple rolls of these 90s stickers I found. These are amazing stickers, and they're amazingly colored stickers from the 90s, and they have like these cool 90s icons on them. So I'm gonna throw those in too, just because I have them here, and I'm gonna throw some of those in. I think they're so fun. I don't remember where I got them from. I think I got them from a scrapbooking like lot or something when I purchased some stuff off of Marketplace or whatever. So I'm gonna throw those in as well. So I'm gonna run all of these together. I think it was 6 ounces, I think is what I said. So let me just go ahead and do that real quick. All right, do these for $2 and so let me just reweigh it. I'm pretty sure it was like 6 ounces, but oh, it's a little over 6. All right, we're gonna do 4 to 7 then. Okay. All right, we're gonna run that right now for 10 seconds, and that's running right now if you guys are interested in all the wrapping paper. Thanks, Katie. Thank you for your bids, guys. Thank you. Oh, Katie, do you want the Holly Hobby paper? What's in there that you want? I feel like there's one piece of paper in there you really want, and I don't know what it is. Or is it Mickey? I don't know. Awesome. Thanks, Katie. Awesome. And don't forget to use your coupons, you guys. If you got a coupon today, grab that coupon up. Holly and Mickey. Yeah. That's what I figured it was something. All right. Thank you, Katie. I appreciate you. Katie, I'm working on a new project right now where I'm putting together junk journal kits for like Disney junk journal kits, and I'm really excited about them. um so I'm gonna try to do some markets this fall, and so I'm putting together kits for people to like pick their like build their own junk journal kind of with like different little golden books as like the cover, and then getting like themed things put together to make them into like Disney ones, so like princess like packs and stuff like that. I think it'd be really fun. I'm going to show this again just in case anyone's here who hadn't seen it before. This is a giant roll of vintage wallpaper. I got it in a estate sale this spring, and it's really awesome. So I'm doing it for 2 feet for $3. It's really fun, and it's just I love all the colors. I love everything about it. You can fold it without it breaking, which I think is really fun. So if you if you do want to put it into a journal as like a page or something, I think you absolutely could do that. But yeah, so that's running right now in case anyone's interested and hadn't seen that before. I'm not going to send it to you rolled. I will send it to you with as few folds in it as possible, but I don't have any tubes to send it in, so I can't really send it rolled. It'll just get crushed anyway. So thanks, Katie. I'm glad you like that. I wanted to just make sure you saw that because it's really cool. Okay, let me show you guys some labels just in case we're interested in labels, and then we can get going. Actually, let's do this really quick first. Hold on. 1 second, please. Oh, let's see. Okay. Okay, first I'm going to do this lot of things real quick. Hold on one second, you guys. Just going to find a few other pieces I'm going to include in this. And that. This. Sugar. Well, it was too good to last, you guys. I do have some more periodicals too. I forgot I had some buried over here, so I'm gonna show those as well. Oh gosh. Okay. Here we go. Okay. All right, so this is gonna be a lot of like sewing stuff. So I have this bit of rickrack. This is brand new rickrack, obviously, in the old packaging, which is cool. And then I have this older pattern by Butterick, which I love. I think that's a love the image of this. I think it's so cool. I don't know if there's a date on these. Can never find them if there is, but it was only 65 cents at one time. If you guys know anything about patterns, patterns today are like, I don't know, $100. They're so expensive. And then I have a whole bunch of pattern paper and the pattern tissue paper and also some like instructions for different patterns from that I've collected over the years from like different lots of patterns I've purchased. So I have like the actual instructions, like these tell you how to do the sewing, like the different steps and stuff. And then I also do have some of the patterned pieces. Still, some of them are still in like still part of the like the whole, and then some of them have been cut apart. I like to use these as decoupage on the back of things because they're nice and light for that. It's basically just like using tissue paper. So there's a whole bunch of these here. These are very light, which is awesome, but you get a lot for, you know, a little weight because they're light pieces. So we got this here, and then these are like I said, the instructions, but you can also use as decoupage layering pieces. This one's really cute with like the little nightgowns and stuff, um, skirts and things, pants and stuff like that. So we got all this stuff. This is actually a plain piece of the pattern paper. So it's just like um, some brown, just like tissue. So you'll get all of these items and it's a 10 ounces. So we'll go ahead and run that. Da-da-da. And you'll get the rickrack. 8 to 11. All right, and we'll start the auction for these for 10 seconds, and that is running right now. So you get all of these, you get this pattern and then the rickrack, and then you get all of these bits of the pattern paper and the pattern, what do you call it? You know, tissue. Okay, awesome. Thank you guys for looking at that. I appreciate it. All right, we're gonna do another periodicals by the pound. So let me go ahead and start. First, we're gonna do a Life magazine from 1943, which is already a pound. And then we're going to do another Life magazine from 1944, which is probably going to end up as yep, exactly 2 pounds. So this will be the two things we do for periodicals by the pound. So this one is Life magazine, October 23rd, 1944. It says USSR scientists on it. And these are pretty thick, these two. They are a pound, about a pound a piece, I guess. So they have some amazing images in them. And obviously this is during the war. So some really fun, I'm sure some really, you know, cool advertisements for the war will be in here as well. Aunt Jemima, some more war stuff here. Probably buying some bonds in here somewhere. This is really pretty. I love this with the pen set. These images of I love this one of the States, which is really cool. This is a Goodyear ad. This is a Goodyear double truck. That's amazing. That cost them a pretty penny back in 1944. So there's that one. And then you'll also get this one, which is 1944, or yeah, 1943, sorry, 1943. So again, still during the war, October 4th, 1943. Oh, look at that little baby. So this has got some amazing ads in here. So I am a sucker for old Life magazines. I have had many in my day. I rarely take them apart to do anything with them, but I've had quite a few. So again, it's really about all the ads and stuff in here that are really fun. Pretty good shape. There's a little bit of a crease in the front of this one. The other one is pretty good. It's got some wear on the edges, but not really Not really any rips or tears from what I can see, mostly just a little wear, and then there's some creasing on the cover of this one. We'll go ahead and run these. And it's periodicals by the pound, so we'll start them at, since this is just 2 pounds. So we will do this for $5. You get both of these for $5, and those are running right now. If anyone's interested in these, 1944 and 1943. All right, no problem. Thank you guys for looking at those. All right, we have some sheet music here, so I'm going to put that on there. Let me see here. I have this beautiful pictorial review from 1932. This gorgeous McCall's from 1929. And that will be it because we're up to 1 pound and 14 ounces. So this one is McCall's 1929. I love this image, which is amazing. It has some beautiful, obviously, ads and images in it. This is March 1929, so before the crash. So everyone was hopeful. Some really, oh, look at that playing cards. That's cool. Really beautiful ads in here. These are really cool. So we got this beautiful McCall's. There is a little wear on this, but honestly, considering the age of it from 1929, it's in excellent shape. It's a little bit of wear down here on the bottom. Yeah, I know, right? With the necklace and everything, the pearls and everything. It's amazing, isn't it? July 1932. This one does have a little writing up here in the corner. But I love this image of the girl in the bathing suit, the bathing costume. I think that's beautiful. And let's see here. It's got a cool this is about Aunt Flo. So, you know, let's see here. And this one does have a little rip there. And then we got a whole bunch of, I don't think this one has as much color in it as the others. This is beautiful. Look at that. That story. A lot of these used to have just fiction in them. Used to have like little short stories or the periodicals because it was a story that would extend over weeks or months because it would go in every issue and it would be multi-part. So it's really beautiful. I like the 2-color on these. I think these are really fun. These little 2-color images down here. Cool Campbell's soup ad. A lot of really fun stuff in here. I love this. So there is a rip in the first page or so. This is really fun with the different fashions you can get. Those were different dress numbers. So you would just basically order it based on the the model number, kind of like a car. You call them up and say, I want this one, or write to them probably more likely. So there's that one. It is missing its back cover. I don't think this is the back cover of it. I think it probably had something else there. So it is missing the back cover. And then we have this beautiful piece of sheet music. Ugh. Which is beautiful. There is some writing here in the bottom corner there a little bit. And then up here in the top. And there is some tear and wear on the bottom there. But otherwise, I love that image. That's one of the reasons why I purchased this one because I thought the picture was so beautiful. But it has a beautiful, just lovely. And obviously it's coming apart a little bit. This is probably from the 19 teens or 20s, I would guess. So it's really pretty. So you'll get the sheet music, the pictorial review, and the McCall's. You'll get all 3 of these. It's about 1 pound and 14 ounces, so we can't do any more. And I'll start the auction on these as well. And that is running right now for 10 seconds for those 3 pieces. All right, awesome. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for today. I think I'm going to call it for today. I really appreciate you coming in and supporting me and looking at all my fun ephemera that I've got going on. And I will be back. Right now, I have a book show scheduled for Friday. So if you're into books, if you're into some of the books like you saw that I showed today, if you want more of that, please come back and see me on Friday. And I might do like a shop my shelves. And then I will also be doing another crafty stash very soon as well. I do have some more items for that. Paper, stamps, who knows what else? Embellishments probably. So we'll probably find some good stuff. So let's see if there's anyone on that we want to raid right now. Let's see who is on that could use a good raid. Let's see. Let's go see. Let's go see the honeybee. She's doing ephemera right now. All right. Thank you guys so much. Have a great day. And I really, again, appreciate your support. I hope to see you again soon. Thanks.